New tonight, debate heating up here in South Florida and really all over the country over what could be the end of what's known as net neutrality. A vote next week could make it legal for internet companies to charge you more just to visit certain websites. CBS 4's Silva Harapetian live in Miami with a look at today's protests over this issue that really affects almost everyone, right, Silva?
It does. It is a little bit of a complicated issue, but it is a big deal because it does have the potential to literally touch every single person in this country. We saw protests across the country. We went to one in Pembroke Pines, and take a look.
If net neutrality is gutted, it means there's going to be two different lanes on the internet.
This is what democracy looks like.
South Florida progressive groups protesting the FCC wanting to roll back the rules on net neutrality. Tim Canova organized the protests at the Verizon store in Pembroke Pines. He is a Democratic candidate for District 23.
There's going to be a fast lane for those with a lot of money and big corporate interests, and for everyone else, we're going to be stuck in the slow lane.
Tim Canova organized the protests at the Verizon store in Pembroke Pines. He's a Democratic congressional candidate for District 23. Protests across the country from South Florida to Utah, San Francisco, and Kansas in light of the FCC vote scheduled for next week.
Verizon has been central to this attempt to kill net neutrality. Millions of dollars in lobbying, and their former top lawyer is now heading the Federal Communication Commission and is going to try to engineer this probably in a close 3-2 vote.
Net neutrality was enacted under the Obama administration 2 years ago, mandating that all traffic on the internet should be treated the same. But consider this: Comcast's Xfinity is the largest broadband provider in the country, and they own all of the cables and infrastructure that brings internet to your house. And they also own NBC. And so with net neutrality rules out the window, this means companies like Comcast could choose to prioritize their content over everyone else's.
Well, I've continually said that I favor a free and open internet.
Today, FCC Chairman Ajit Pai released his plans to kill net neutrality, saying it was a mistake that depressed investment. Verizon released a statement saying, in part, we're very encouraged the FCC will restore the successful light touch regulatory framework for internet services. Now, the big vote is expected to happen next week, next Thursday, I should say. If the FCC gets rid of net neutrality, which looks like it might happen, then the word on Capitol Hill is that the congressional Democrats will take this fight to the courts. I'm Silva Harapetian on CBS 4 News tonight.